Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for September. I hope you are doing well. I am going to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Scorpio out there, so guys, take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind in a general reading that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in, but it's always Scorpio. Don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Scorpio? Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, you are starting out with the Ace of Pearls. Wow. You have the Seven of Coral, and you have the Seven of Pearls in the reverse. Interesting. So I feel like you've got something brand new. Ace of Pearls is Ace of Cups. So you've got something brand new that's coming in here. Now, it could be you're coming back together with somebody, but this is, for a lot of you, this is new love here. With the Seven of Coral, that's telling me that you might be a little bit defensive about this. You may feel like you're standing your ground here regarding something. So maybe there's people who don't approve of this connection, possibly, because I see you being, very guarded with this new beginning. There's a sense here of I'm going to stand my ground against anyone and everything. And it's like you're guarding this new beginning. With the Seven of Pearls here in the reverse, I feel like, well, there's a couple things. First of all, I feel like you've had a lot of options here, and I feel like this is the option that you have chosen. I also feel like there was a lot of confusion that is now cleared up, which is also kind of making you a little defensive. So I'm wondering if somebody is trying to, interfere in this new beginning or this connection. It's also telling me that there's unconditional love here in your heart. So let me see. Show me who's in Scorpio's energy. Show me who's in Scorpio's energy. All right. So the person in your energy, we have the Five of Spears in the reverse. We have the Six of Treasure. We have the Four of Treasure reversed, and we have the Ten of Pearls. Wow. All right, so it looks like you're on the same page with somebody. I do feel like there was conflict here. Definitely there was some conflict, and I feel like this person has either resolved that conflict or they want to resolve the conflict with you, which would enable this new beginning. So there's something to do with conflict here. Resolving the conflict is going to bring in balance. I do have to say this is someone from your past, because this is the Six of Pentacles. There could be children involved in this connection as well, but I do feel like this is someone from your past, or it could be a soulmate. It doesn't necessarily have to be from your past if it's a new person. It would be a soulmate, but this is somebody. I do feel like there's been conflict with this person, and I feel like they kind of had to put aside their ego in order to resolve this conflict. They're letting go of a grudge of some sort. They're releasing and letting go of a grudge in order to have happiness in their life, and they do see you as happiness. So let me see the energy between, goodness, show me the energy between Scorpio and this person. Show me the energy between Scorpio and this person. Judgment in the reverse. There were some bad judgment calls that were made here. It could also be that there's a reconciliation that is trying to come through. If this is a past person, you want this, you want a new beginning, but in order to bring it together, there has to be an end to conflict. So let me see what's affecting the connection. Show me what's affecting this connection. Somebody made a bad judgment call in this connection, and that's what caused the conflict. What's affecting it is the Knight of Pearls. Yeah, there's a love offer here. So I feel like somebody made a poor judgment call. It created a lot of conflict. And now this person, and I feel like it is this person, wants to come in the conflict and balance this out with you. And you might be a little bit defensive about it, even though you would like to have this connection. Now, if this is someone new, and for some of you it is, this is a soulmate, and you're a little defensive towards them. But either way, I feel like this person is coming in towards you with this love offer. And that's what's affecting the connection. You could be afraid that you're going to make a poor judgment call because you've dealt with somebody in the past that wasn't what they should have been. Or it could be that you're defensive of this connection. We'll clarify it all. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome for Scorpio and this person. Right in the center of your reading is a love offer, though. All right, so we have the Three of Pearls reversed. So that's unhappiness, and it's also a sense of something, again, not quite coming together yet. Let's say yet, because I'm going to clarify that. The bottom of the deck is the Four of Pearls in the reverse. All right, so the Four of Pearls in the reverse indicates that, you know, there could have been a missed opportunity that was here. That could be what's happening here. This is not coming together. It also indicates that at some point there was this love that's here, or there's this idea of there being love between the two of you, and at some point maybe you were ignoring it, or they were, and now the focus is coming back into that. So let's clarify this reading. It's very intriguing, Scorpio. Spirit, why is the Ace of Pearls here for Scorpio? Oh, yeah. Okay, so Five of Pentacles and the Lovers. So somebody had a choice between two here, and I feel like you felt abandoned. Either you were abandoned by this person, or you walked away from them and they felt abandoned and rejected. But it had to do with a choice, either a very big choice in love, or it was a choice between two. Let me see. Why is the Seven of Coral here? You may have moved on to somebody new, and this could be somebody that's wanting to come in as well. I'm trying to put this together. You could have moved on towards somebody new, and this is the past person coming in for some of you. Because you're looking at this as in your future is not with this person. So they're coming in with this love offer, and you're like, no, my future's not there. And then we have Judgment in reverse again. So you may be already involved with somebody new, or you're hoping to be. You do have choices here. Yeah, I feel like you're denying this person's love offer. Why is the Seven of Pearls in reverse? That's too many. Why is the Seven of Pearls in reverse for Scorpio? The Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Wands reverse. So this clarity, you're making a choice here. There's clarity, that you're doing it with clarity, and it's resolving problems for you, and it's causing things to move forward. Quite honestly, Scorpio, it looks like this is someone from your past that's coming in with a love offer. They want to resolve conflict that's happened between the two of you. And I feel like you're turning them down because you have already turned this Wheel of Fortune. Maybe they waited too long. I feel like you got clarity on something that previously you were really confused about. And as you got clarity, you turned that wheel. And turning that wheel is what resolved all these problems. You were feeling overwhelmed. You were feeling like you didn't know what direction to go, what to do. But now you do. And whatever you've done is working in your favor. So if you have moved on into a new connection, the cards are saying that that's in your best interest. That's in your favor. So good job on that. For others of you, you may feel like you do want to resolve issues with this person. So let's look at their energy. I feel like most of you are saying, no, this is not my person anymore, though. Let me see why the Five of Spears is in reverse. Now, the Five of Spears indicates that there is a bit of arrogance or pride, and this person is now stepping out of that. Six of Swords reversed, Six of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, this person was not investing in the connection. Now they're impatient to do so. They're impatient to come towards you with this love offer. They want to resolve the problems between the two of you. They've put down their pride, and they're basically saying, you know, what I was doing here wasn't successful, and I don't want to have conflict with you. I want to move this towards, you know, something more peaceful. But I feel like this person moved away from you at some point, and then they were kind of in that prideful energy. And I do feel that there were poor judgment calls that were made here. Let's see why the Six of Treasure is here. Like I said, you may have a child with this person. I'm getting something about a child. You don't have to. We have the Magician, sign of Gemini, by the way. And we have the Two of Cups reversed. So yeah, I feel like they ended this. You felt rejected and abandoned. And now you have choices. Yeah. So it looks like they ended it. They moved away from this connection. Now they're manifesting you. They're manifesting you, you know, and putting balance back into the connection. They may have waited too long. Let me see the bottom energy for the person in Scorpio's energy. Yep, there's the break in the communication. So there was a break between the two of you, and now they want to talk. And they're impatient to do so, by the way. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Four of Swords reversed. And the Seven of Wands reversed. Yeah, this person wants to resolve the conflict that is here between the two of you. They realize that there was no stability in the connection, and they're going to come back in, and they want to renew this. Yeah, they're kind of putting all their wands down. Now, they may say that they were taking recommendations from other people, and I do see them absolutely coming towards you and saying, you are my happiness. We could be very happy together. They're manifesting this connection, and I do feel like this person is coming in. Let me see the energy between Scorpio and this person. Show me the energy between Scorpio and this person. Now, they were not investing in this connection either, and that caused a lack of success in this connection between the two of you. Temperance reverse, Sagittarian energy, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, your boundaries are up. So I feel like you'll hear this person out, but I also feel like you've put in boundaries since this happened. And again, I do feel like most of you have moved towards a new love here. I feel like you're fair. Your energy's showing up with the Queen of Swords, so you're being very fair, but you're making head over heart decisions. And while you are open to talking to this person, you're not going to be open to coming back together. Yeah, I don't feel like you want to heal this connection because you feel like it was an unbalanced connection to begin with. And I can see that this person made you feel rejected and abandoned here. They may have had a choice between two, and now you have a choice between them and someone else. And I feel like you're moving in that other direction. Now, in their energy, I do feel like they're in their feels. They are definitely in their feels. They're impatient to talk to you. They're impatient to move towards you. This person knows that they did not provide an equal and balanced connection here, and they know they made poor judgment calls, and it caused the lack of success. Why is the Knight of Pearls here? They know that you're guarded too. Why is the Knight of Pearls here? The Tower reversed and the Three of Swords reversed. So they're going to come in with this love offer. They want to heal the connection. They know they caused a lot of heartbreak here. It looks like for some of you, there could have even been a little bit of third-party energy that was present. Doesn't have to be, so don't take it into your story if that's not the case. They're coming in, though. They're coming in with the hope of balancing this out, rebuilding this connection. I feel like you rebuilt on your own. So now you're going to be very guarded, Scorpio, with your own peace, with your own happiness. So I feel like you had to rebuild on your own. And I don't feel like you're interested in this person any longer. So let me see why the Three of Pearls is in reverse. The Sun. Five of Swords reversed. And the King of Cups reversed. All right, so Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy there. You could be dealing with another Scorpio. Leo energy is here as well. Strong Gemini energy. I'm not sure I see anything else. So what I'm seeing at the end of the day is that you're going to be willing to let bygones be bygones, but you are not at all confused about what took place here or what you want. I feel like a lot of you have moved on with somebody else, and I feel like, you know, they're going to want to resolve because you both have the Five of Spears reversed, they're going to want to resolve the problems, and I feel like you're willing to do that. This person in your energy, I feel like they see you as happiness, but it took them a long time to get there. So with the King of Cups here in the reverse, this person's going to pull back. They're going to pull back because I feel like you're going to tell them, hey, my happiness is elsewhere. I'm not coming back together. This relationship made me unhappy. I'm willing to let bygones be bygones, but I've moved on. I've turned that page. I had to rebuild myself. So you're going to be guarded. You're going to protect your own happiness, but I feel like at the end of the day, you know what's making you happy and what's not. And I feel like this person is going to feel very powerless about this. I feel like they want this new beginning. It's not happening because you've got your guard up. And I feel like they're going to pull back emotionally, but they still have feelings for you. They're just going to pull back. It's going to cause them to kind of close their heart off a little bit. Yeah. Bottom of the deck is the Chariot in the reverse. So, again, Gemini energy, possibly Cancer energy. I do read it as Cancer sometimes. But this is indicating to me that this is not moving forward. I feel like this person is coming back in. This was a missed opportunity. They're coming back in to try to bring this back together, but it's not going to happen. And I feel like it's, you know, I feel like you have moved on, and if you haven't, you're hoping to. So, yeah, you had to rebuild in silence. I'm getting the you know, energy of somebody that's very strong, and it took quite a bit for you to get to this point where you are happy again, and you're not going to risk it by going back into this situation. All right, so I'm going to pull some oracles, pulling for Scorpio. All right, let's see what happened here. We have the Woodwife. It says, trust your inner wisdom. Yeah, you know, you already know. And that wisdom that you have here, Scorpio, was hard won. So I feel like you know what it is that you want to do. Move in that direction and don't look back. All right, I hope this has been helpful for you, Scorpio. If you have resonated with this reading, please hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you guys in your next reading, know that you are loved, and namaste.